Hello, me again, and today I'm doing something completely different. I have done quite a bit of training this week with my 10-mile walk and lots of Zumba, and my legs are aching like mad, and now is the time, spring is in the air, though it's cold, that I'm starting to think about my garden. Now I absolutely love my garden. I love growing my own veg. I'm not actually that great at it, but I think the trouble is I never spend enough time at it. I don't allot enough time and importance to my garden. I always seem to get sidetracked by something else, and I'm a bit of a pushover. The kids going, oh, can you take me here, can you take me there, or I look at the house and think, oh, I better mop the floor, and the poor garden just gets neglected, and then miracles don't happen. But I love being in my garden. I've got a polytunnel, I've got greenhouses, I've got outdoor space, and this year, now with my newfound confidence and my reorganisation skills, I have decided that I really need to dedicate more time to the things I love, and one of the things I love most is gardening. So what I've been doing today, as it's such a horrible day outside, it's quite cold, is I'm nicely by the fire in my house, and I'm going through all the seeds that I have left from last year and previous years to see what exactly I've got and what I need to get for the new season. I don't have an unlimited budget for my garden. I have quite a small budget for the garden, so obviously I try and make things last, or make do with things, and I've sort of come up with a few sort of money saving tips in the fact that I always keep seeds. Very rarely you use a whole packet, so I'll keep them, or I'll ask for them for birthdays or Christmas presents or things like that. It's people always what to get me, and I've got, oh, packets of seeds would be great, or garden centre vouchers or something like that. And last year for Christmas I got given a subscription to a gardening magazine, and every month it had free seeds with it. But at the same time, someone else, my sister, had actually bought me a load of seeds for Christmas as well. So I've kept all these seeds, and I've ended up with this array of seeds, which I'll show you in a minute, for this year. Now, I keep saying to myself, oh, I'll buy plug plants because there's such a lot less work to do. Seeds take such a lot of nurturing, and it's a bit hit and miss in my house about whether they grow or not. However, seeds are so much cheaper than plug plants, and I've got some in, because they give them away free with magazines. They also sell them off cheap in shops, whereas plug plants can tend to be a lot more expensive. I have pre-ordered from a garden centre that I'm sort of signed up to in the area. They do a special deal over Christmas where if you pre-order things like tomato plants and pepper plants, you get them, I think it's the same, about 60 or 70% off discount. So you literally get these plug plants for pence. I think I worked out it's about 17 pence a plant or something ridiculous. And I did it last year, whereas I signed up quick because you only have a small window to sign up them. And I looked out for it again this year, and so my tomato plants and some peppers I have actually pre-ordered to pick up in March as little plants. And I will probably pick up some cucumber plants as well, because I can never have enough cucumbers, and I do not have a good track record with growing them from seeds, although I do have a few seeds somewhere around here for some cucumbers, but I will probably buy those as plants too. Anyway, here is a quick look at what I've got and some of the things I'm hoping to grow this year. Okay, my dodgy camera skills here. I have this huge pile of greenery of all different types of salad leaf here, from romaine lettuce there to little gem to all year round or little gem, autumn lettuce here. So I've got quite a few greens there, which I will hopefully get something to eat. I love my salads. I've also got next to that some more greenery, mustard spinach. I've never grown that. Chard, that does grow quite well up here. Some mizuna, I've never tried to grow that, and rocket too. In the greenery, I've got sprouts. I love sprouts. They also grow, because of course I'm very high up. I'm over 1,000 feet up here. So I have to do quite a lot of undercover gardening and stuff like that. But sprouts do very well up here, as does kale. kale will grow outside up here, and I've got purple kale and green kale. The slugs seem to leave purple kale alone quite a bit too, which is great because I have this ongoing battle with the slugs in my garden. Lots of cabbage there, red cabbage and Savoy cabbage. Carrots, I don't seem to do that well with carrots, but they seem to sort of, my carrot patches tend to grow weeds rather than carrots, but hopefully this year we'll try and keep on top of that. I've got some squash here, little courgettes. I do quite well with courgettes. Some herbs. I've never grown a lot of herbs, so this is a new one this year to try do a little herb garden. Broccoli. Now I usually grow broccoli from little plug plants, but this year I seem to have accumulated quite a lot of seeds for autumn and spring broccoli, summer broccoli, Calabrese. So I will try and see how that goes. I've also got more green. I've got perpetual spinach and spinach over here. This is something that I've only got half a packet of, so I will be getting some more of these. It's spring onions. That's spring onions, but I grow them in tubs. Because they tend to grow better for me in tubs than in the ground for some reason. And then I've got a few other things here which I've never grown or heard of. Here, let's see if you can see that one. Radicchio, never heard of that one, that's a new one. And chicory. Now I drink chicory. I have never seen it as a plant, so that's new. I've also got some hot peppers, which I'm going to have a go at. I think I did try last year. I grew a few, but they didn't come to anything. And some Swedes. Now they take up quite a lot of room, so I'm not sure whether I'll have room for those. I've got loads of radishes. They also grow very well in the polytunnel or outside, so I'll be planting loads of those to pep up my salads. Here's some ill-fated cucumber plants. I always try every year to grow some, and every year they seem to fail, but maybe this is going to be my year, as I've decided. So we will probably get plants as well, but I'm going to definitely have a go some of these. And then over here to finish off, I've got some beetroot and some parsnips. They grow quite well in the polytunnel. I've done quite a few of those in the past. And last but not least, I've got a few climbing French beans left. I'm not actually, I must admit, that keen on them, but they always look really pretty in the garden growing up a trellis, so I tend to have those for a bit of ornamental. And then I've got some leeks. Gotta have leeks in Wales. And this I've never grown before. It's like a green cauliflower, which I thought I might try because I do have a lot of trouble with bugs and slugs, and I thought maybe they might leave the green one alone. The other thing I've got in the other room is I've got a pack of broad beans. I usually plant broad beans in the autumn, but I didn't have a chance this year, so I'm going to plant them in the spring. I find the autumn ones don't get black fly as easy as the spring ones, but I'm too late for obviously the autumn ones now, so I'm going to be planting a load of those hopefully in the next couple of weeks. And also peas. I've got a big bag of peas, which the kids love, you know, eating them with the pod. I tend to start them off in cells. I never put them straight into the ground because the mice just eat the seeds. So I'll be starting lots of peas off in containers. And the other thing I'll be buying definitely is mange too, because I have a daughter who absolutely loves mange too. So I'll be buying that as well. So this is all the stuff I'll be growing, probably with a few other bits and pieces too this year. This is going to be my year in the garden. I seem to be fitting a lot in this year, what with the training and now the gardening. But this is all, obviously, if I'm eating more and more plants, this will all be organically grown and obviously fresh to my plate, which obviously makes a lot of sense. So that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I need to spend more time in the garden because I'm eating lots more vegetables. So I hope you liked that, and if you keep following me, and we'll see how the garden grows this year, in amongst all the running and Zumbaing and everything else and training. So don't forget, thumbs up to vegetables and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.